At Fuchs Chaos Universe joined the crusade.
Alrighty, hello, how is everybody doing? Welcome to another Wheel of Misfortune Developer Submitted Games Edition. These ones are always fun. It's somehow such a mixed bag compared to what we get in the normal streams.
At Fuchs
I love it.
joined the crusade.
Dang, Fuchs! Celebrating 6 months of membership on the main channel, and thank you so much for subbing on your additional channel as well. You are a bloody legend, mate. How is everybody doing? I saw, who was first in on YouTube? John Leonard, you've got a track record for being in early, my friend. Is the question, are the devs good or are the games good? Yes. The rival of the corner store is here. Yes, Alistair Kessel is in as well. Richard MV, thank you for putting in the food and drink reminder. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And again, shout out to Richard for hosting the Archipelago gaming events over on the community channel. Just wrapping up another one and about to start a fresh one by the look of it. On to what, number 15, 16 now? They've been going for a while. Who else was here? Jazzy Caddy, welcome back. How are you, my friend? Daniel MC is here as well. Gray, yo, how you doing? Matey8, shout out Matey8 for jumping in to be able to support the bingo at the last minute today. Again, apologies, I should have sent a message earlier as a reminder about it. Appreciate you so much for jumping in to help cover it today. We've got Dez here. Neo's here as well. Neo wants to keep an eye on what the competition's doing, I see. Richard, yeah, we've pretty much wrapped it up. Number 15, which started last Friday. That's a pretty quick turnaround on it, actually. Fuchs, sorry I missed last stream. No worries, mate. There was never an agreement that you signed that said that you needed to be here as a contractual obligation for every single stream. Oh, you guys pop in, drop out as often as you want. I'm just happy to see people here at all. Alright, and who else have we got? Maple Treeway over on the Twitch as well. I think poor Maple Treeway is probably a little bit lonely at the moment. Oh, there we go, Robo Twilight's there as well. Oh, which is Pancake. Yep. Hello everybody, has everybody gotten their bilge button ready? God, you know what? If I actually hit 100,000 subscribers and we get that silver play button, I'm gonna rename that to the bilge button. And just like with a printout stuck to it in just like size 30 Arial font that sits in the back so you can see it on camera. And instead of just saying like YouTube play button, it would just say bilge button. Perfect. Sky's there as well over on the Twitch. Thank you for hanging out there, Sky. Jazzy should actually be able to stay for the whole stream this time. Ah, excellent. This week's stream should be a little bit shorter. I do need to jump off in basically 3 hours from the start time. So I think if we're going to do 3 games, we better get cracking with it. I don't think we've got anything else to announce other than if you're over on the Twitch, you might notice that you've got access to a couple of new emotes if you're a subscriber. We're working on, well, I've added in some new ones because I realized stupidly that Twitch does actually have an auto animate feature, so I chucked a couple in there that should just be a little bit of fun. But we are working on some commissioned emotes as well, which will be added to both, well actually not both, to all of the platforms, so YouTube, Discord, and Twitch, depending on what can be implemented at the various tiers for animated emotes. So got a handful that are being worked on that I'm excited to be able to share with you when they are done. Hopefully you guys will like them. But definitely keep the inspiration and ideas coming through either the Twitch post or over on the Discord, because we love seeing the suggestions come through on what kinds of emotes not only would look cool, but you would actually use as well. Because I noticed that for the most part, the chat here, we tend to be very conversation focused. We don't do too much in the way of emotes. And that's always made me wonder, is it because we don't have the right emotes? So I want to make that happen. All right, let's get cracking with things. So we've updated the wheel. We have, I believe, 38 games on here. We added a couple of extra ones in the last month since we were here. Graeldon out here taking the bold stance that the chat is too conversational. I know, you guys just need to shut up every now and then. No, don't clip that out of context. How dare you have insightful commentary about the games that we play? That is simply not allowed. Chat is mostly just meant to be here to be the hype squad. You're meant to inflate my ego and make me feel like I'm the most important streamer ever. If you're here and you're doing anything but that, what are you doing? Did you even, like, sign the form that I sent you? Shame on you. No, I love always being able to, like, bounce conversation ideas off all of you. To be completely honest and break the fourth wall a little bit here, streaming is not easy for the average person, and I would classify myself as the average person. Being able to actually converse with all of you when you share your insight or thoughts on what's actually happening in the game, and you know, you're relying on your experience, your development skills, and anything that you've dabbled in, like game design before as well, or just your experience. That makes it so much easier for me to then bounce off what you're saying and keep a conversation flowing. There's YouTubers that you'll watch that play games on their own and somehow be able to go on these like massive trails of thought and have these conversations with themselves. I can't do that. It just doesn't work for me. I need someone to talk to. Fyuk will leave. By old Graeldon says I can't be here because Fyuk does not boost his ego at all times. No, you do boost my ego at all times, Fyuk. Your presence absolutely does that. Yes, Kristalla is on this list, Richard. Daniel, YouTube doesn't really like using emotes, almost never recognizes any emotes to type in. It should show up in the YouTube chat. It just won't show up in the stream chat that you see on screen. Because that is trying to collate things from both YouTube and Twitch, so when you use emotes, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't show up correctly. Unless it's something I think this is on both. But it looks like the emotes from Twitch do work fine, so not sure what up with that. Because yeah, if I check the actual YouTube chat, they show up fine there. Weird. Well, I don't know how to fix that. That is beyond me, but I'll take a look afterwards and see if I can figure out what's going on. It seems like the solution is just everyone needs to move over to Twitch because it works better. Yeah, I don't know what up. I don't know what up with that. All right, let's get cracking. Let's see what we're playing first today and what our bingo size is going to be. Make sure you've got bingo at the ready. Ooh, okay, we are starting with the big one, 7x7, and oh, it was so nearly Kristalla as well, but no, we're playing Academy Love Saga Tennis Angels. And this is going to be great. Let's just make sure that this is set up correctly. Yes, it's the 7x7. Perfect. And just in case there were some holdovers from last time, I am going to delete all the cards. So everyone's going to start fresh now. All right. This game is going to be a bit in touch and go for what I can share. You'll see why in a moment. The devs have reassured me that there is nothing not safe for work in this game. It is merely incredibly suggestive. Make of that what you will. I still can't believe this ended up. Oh god, yeah, that image shows you everything you'll need to know about this game, I think. Alrighty. Become a coach for the tennis club in a prestigious sports academy with all members being hot chicks, but they all hate you. What to do now? Conquer them all, of course. Prepare yourself for heated tennis matches with dynamic gameplay and powerful abilities. Prove your skills and win their hearts. For your card's only 6x6, just try refreshing. It should fix the issue. A name sounds like a visual novel or something. Not far off. Maybe try. Also, hey, Gray, remember Solar Voltage? I played the demo too, and it was very fun for myself up to the point you got to. But then I learned that in the second level, for some reason, they decided to completely replace old textures with a blinding wall of neon pink to the point it's an eyesore and also impossible to tell what's going on. That is incredibly disappointing. Please give that feedback to the devs. They're very receptive to it. If you want, I can actually pass it on because they reached out to me via Discord, so we can absolutely chat there. But yeah, that sounds like something that should be a relatively easy fix. I would hope so. I mean, it sounds like it might be a full level redesign, but if they're getting a lot of feedback that it is just visually unappealing, then that's something they need to look into. Level 90 Druid, welcome. This is the game we're playing. We're off to a cracking start today. This stream's going to be great. I am absolutely here for this. All right, let's talk bingo. What have we got? This actually has 153 reviews and a very positive rating. So we do get less than 200 reviews. We have a shop that just sells bras. That's what kind of game this is. Very dynamic. So less than 200 reviews. We've got a very positive rating. This did release after 2020. It was the 7th of November 2025. Comes to us from Tora Creatives. So it's the same developer and publisher. This is going to be a risky click. Yeah, we're fine. It looks like they have done a few other games. I'm not going to scroll down too far on there, just because you never know what you're going to find. But they have done more than one game. Love that the tags are sports, sexual content, simulation, tennis, and visual novel. Simulation? Simulating what? Yeah, jiggle physics, exactly, Maple Tree, right? All right, what can we figure out that we've got in terms of gameplay? We've definitely got dialogue box done. We do have an experience or leveling system. Oh, here we had equipment. So we've got item or like inventory or equipment. God, the contrast between the 2D and the 3D models is quite extreme. We do have currency because we've got a shop here. All right, we can get a few things. I don't know. Does this count as a jump? So why is she losing clothing? Is there a plot relevant reason for this? Because there better be. Actually, you know what? Yeah, most of the time when you do a serve, you do a jump and hit. So yeah, we're going to allow jump. We'll allow it. The shop proves that there is a currency. You didn't call that square. I did. I just said there's a currency here. Or maybe you put that in just before I said it and there's a bit of latency. That does happen. The gameplay's looking mighty dynamic. It really is. Oh, and they're taking inspiration from Super Smash Brothers. New character. All right, let's have a look. Game is $13.19, so it does cost more than $10. No DLC. None of my friends own this already. Probably good taste for them. We do apparently have accessibility features. Yeah, color alternatives, camera comfort. That's accessibility features. I'll allow that. We have controller support. We do support additional languages. It is Steam Deck verified. We don't have 20 achievements. We only have 17. So no luck on that one. We don't have a website or a YouTube linked, which is surprising. They've just got a Discord. And the game has not been updated since it released. So there's that. We do have GIFs in the description because for a game like this, of course, you need a GIF in the description. Do we have unique? We do not. This game is not unique. Well, that's disappointing. Apparently, it does have a captivating storyline. And then it's interesting that that gets more written about it than the Grand Tournament does. That just gets 2 sentences, or 3 sentences, technically. I don't see any typos on a quick glance through. Wow, okay. They're already promoting their new game, Saki-chan Track of Fury, which seems to take heavy inspiration from this game, despite the fact that this one... no, actually, it has come out. I thought it was still in early access, but no, the game has released. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's got over 100 positive reviews. All right, now, embarrassingly, this is already in my library, so let's get this installed. Hang on. The file size was more than a gig. What? Hang on, let's just wait for this to download because there's going to be buffering going on and all the rest of it. Solu, the game was not updated, no. Never lucky. Oh, no, we didn't do. We didn't look at the trailer. That was silly of us. We need to watch the trailer. We absolutely have to watch the trailer. That's my bad. So, Graeldon misses something important. Go ahead and mark that off. This is a minute long. The reason it's in my library is because they already sent me a copy of the game in advance. This game has been in my library for at least 3 months now. But file size is more than 1 gig. Let's watch the trailer. It is 1 minute and 2 seconds, so we might be eligible for the title. Okay. The tennis mechanics actually don't look too bad. It's a shame that I'm willing to bet that the tennis mechanics are about 10% of it. And this is the other 90%. Okay, they've actually done voice acting for all the characters. I'm not sure if that's health or if that's stamina. I mean, there's 2 bars. I'm concerned by the censored bit. Moonsong Games. Not gonna lie, the soundtrack's a bit of a banger, but censored is not a good sign. I'm just gonna quickly double check the email that I had, because that could be concerning. Let me just double check. I'm confident they did say that there was nothing not safe for work. What did they say here? About the game, Academy Love Saga Tennis Angels is a safe-for-work, completely social-friendly tennis game with dynamic, action-oriented gameplay. Players take control of cute girls and compete in exciting matches with strategic positioning, wink wink, and masterful usage of special skills. Yeah, they have reassured me that this is safe for work. Interesting. According to the adult content warning on the Steam page, it got the convenient censorship kind of nudity only. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Read the material description on the store page. Where am I looking for that? Now, let's just check some of the reviews here. I played real tennis simulators where the shot control wasn't as impressive. They did say here it's a hentai tennis match. Oh no. After adding the 18+ patch, that's what's going on there. The story gets a bit spicier. The character interactions feel more lively and engaging. Okay, so there's an 18+ patch. That's what's going on. I played Tennis Titans all my childhood and tennis in real life, so I really like this game. Gameplay here is very diverse. Monotonous tennis games are spiced up with customization, many girls and dialogues with them. Unlock clothing and dress up the heroines to make games even more interesting. Oh no. The 18+ content here is very light. Sometimes clothing tears, sometimes lewd jokes are told. This creates a pleasant vibe during the playthrough without distracting from the main process. If you love sports games and anime style, be sure to try this game. Yeah, so without patches, it should be fine. They do say here, this game contains adult themes, strong language, and fictional characters depicted in non-explicit sexual situations. All characters portrayed are over the age of 14. 18! What? All characters portrayed are over the age of 18. Apparently it is too early in the morning for me to read numbers correctly. The game includes partial nudity, with some scenes featuring censored nude characters, sexual themes and dialogue that references sexual content, including non-consensual acts, exhibitionism, and BDSM. Whoa! However, no explicit sexual content is shown. Wow. All right. Well. Yeah, everyone's like, bro, what? If I'm being honest, it's because as I was reading that, I read age of 18, and I'm like, no, some of these girls definitely look younger than that, and yeah, here we are. Well, it seems like this should be fine for us. I do agree that the trailer is less than a minute. It technically ends here. Splash screen is at the 58-second mark, so yep, trailer less than 1 minute. Destructible environment for the clothes. Yeah, I'll allow it. Absolutely, I'll allow it. Where did we get typo? It said congratulation in the trailer, did it? I missed that. Isomatable foes. Well, wherever it said congratulation, I missed it. But that doesn't feel like the kind of thing that you would just lie about. It's near the end. Skimming through. Come on, internet, keep up. See it there. Nope. Head into yourself in the tournament. That all looks fine there. Can you give me a timestamp for it? I don't see it. Hang on, let's go. Let's just rewatch the last like 20 seconds. Break your opponent? Yeah, break your opponent. I'm sure. Okay, this all looks fine. Although I would give you text overlapping something here because it's technically hiding behind a UI element. So yeah, you can get text overlapping something. Face formidable foes, that looks fine. I like that they've gone for the persona font. Let's see. There it is. There it is. That says congratulations instead of congratulations. So absolutely we'll give you typo for that one. Is the game available in Japanese? Yes. Full audio, subtitles, and interface. It's the only language option that supports that audio language. All right, I think that's all we can get from the page. Let's get into the actual game. Let's see what we've got. This might be where Graeldon gets cancelled. Okay, we got engine logo. Cute loading animation. Ooh, okay. No dev logo there, though. We just got the engine logo. Settings. You need a loading screen to get to the settings? That's concerning. We've got separate sound sliders. Oh, we didn't check similar games. You're right. I'll go back. I'll go back. God, I'm a little bit scared of this. Similar games. Uma Musume. Pretty derby. Yeah, I'll give that. Girls Frontline 2. Excellent. Yep. That's. Date Everything. Somehow, yes. And My Side. Or Me Side, My Side. Yeah. I actually think those 4 games are all related to this one. Wordle, give it as a free space because we're skipping over it because we don't have to purchase the game today. So that'll be probably fairly consistent today. But yes, we will give you the Wordle as a free space. I'm actually going to say these are related for exactly the reason the Neo just said. This is the category of games that are, I see you're lonely, try these. Absolutely, these are related. He said, yes, the soundtrack slaps. Actually, I think the soundtrack is actually pretty solid. No updates on the game. No updates. All right, so we have got the separate sound sliders. We do have rebindable controls. Fantastic. Just double check the controller support. Oh, Jazzy Caddy is redeeming a free space. Jazzy, what are you redeeming? Great, you've decided on an next point game now? Uh-oh. After having just seen those, I am now concerned. The game has achievements. Bruno, welcome, by the way. Yes, it does have achievements. It just doesn't have 20 achievements. It only had 17. Jazzy is redeeming dev logo. Jazzy, are you also calling bingo? There were 3 hotfix updates? No? No, not that I saw on here. Launch announcement. Official release. It might have been on the demo that there were updates. There we go. Jazzy has called it, so the point might be moot. But yeah, under here in view update history, there is nothing. And it needs to be listed here in order for it to count. All right, Jazzy has called bingo though, so let's jump over and take a look. View cards. Let's see if we've got it. Where is Jazzy? Right there. Whoa! Straight across the middle. We've got Jump. We gave it. We gave that one early on. Release date was after 2020. Soundtrack slaps. Less than 200 reviews. Dialogue box. Controller compatibility. And developer logo. That's a bingo. Jazzy first out of the gate in today's stream. And getting onto the board for this month. Jazzy Caddy, 3 points. Solid first entry. Let's get you listed on that leaderboard now. That puts you between Sky and Gust. There we are. Jazzy Caddy with 3 points. Strong start. All right, Mate8, feel free to wipe the slate clean. That is bingo done for this game. Let's actually play. Wait, the EX version of this game has updates. This one doesn't. That's confusing. Well, this is the sampler, right? This is the taster. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Oh, of course, there's a dedicated gallery button from right there. And that more games button is very suggestive, isn't it? I don't think tennis balls are that big. All right, let's play. Hendrik Talon Academy. Oh, wow, they are wearing it on the sleeve. Wow. You know, someone sat down, they're like, all right, we need a brainstorming session. We need a pun name for this academy because of course we do. Someone gave themselves a real pat on the back after figuring that one out. Named after its founder, is a prestigious university considered top 3 in the national ranking thanks to its sports clubs. Hentai Academy sports clubs are proud of their rigorous training and, of course, their glorious achievements. And standing at the top of this pyramid is the famous tennis club. I'm still not quite getting over that as the name. Sorry, 1 second. I need to grab that. The first time in a while, my controller has decided that it doesn't want to connect. So I'm going to have to manually. I don't know why it's decided to misbehave today. But I have a feeling this game's going to be a lot more comfortable to play with a controller. Right, there we go. Does it work? It does work. Fantastic. The 4 stars of the tennis club, being called 4 heavenly queens by the press, had dominated each and every tournament since their debuts. There is going to be so much suggestive stuff in this. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Tinta, you're going to love this for content in the future. Oh my god, I'm not recording. The worst. Well, the recording starts now. Hello, Tinta. Welcome. This is a tennis game, I promise. You are going to want to go and pull a bunch of content from the VOD. Please remind me to provide that to you. I can't believe I forgot to record. It's fine. Everyone would have seen the VOD. They'll have the context for where we are now. Alright. This year, they are aiming to win the National Tennis Cup for the 3rd time in a row, a feat never done before by any other universities, and they can definitely succeed. If not for a very unfortunate incident that just happened last week. Their trusted and handsome coach was involved in a terrible accident and was admitted to the hospital. What could have done this? Did they fall off a 100-story building and just crater into the ground? Are there like mechs in this universe and they got caught in the crossfire? Yeah, it's a Dragon Ball meme, you're right. Utterly annihilated. Well, at least we know what universe this is set in. His life wasn't in danger somehow. However, he couldn't work for a while. That is very stressful news for the 4 heavenly queens. Without their trusted and handsome coach as their trainer, advisor, and mental support, the girls may not perform their best in the upcoming tournaments. And that's the reason you are here today. You must have many questions, right? Ask, and thou shalt receive the answer. Oh, are you kidding me? That's the name of the main character? Mo Esther? I'm struggling to process this. Wow! That's bold. You know, there is a little bit in the back of my head that is constantly thinking, all right, we know there's a specific target audience for these kinds of games. The majority of people watching this are probably not it. And that's fine. But what is this teaching the people who do play these kinds of games? There's a fine line when it comes to, oh god, how do I even phrase this? There's a fine line when it comes to portraying things in a specific way for visual satisfaction. Let's call it that. We already knew going into this game that this was going to be pushing boundaries. Right? We knew that. We're here. We're comfortable-ish with that to varying extents. But this is extremely on the nose. They could have just called it John Tennis. Like, give it such a generic protagonist name, but they've gone down the route of explicitly making the main character not only incredibly ugly on purpose because they want to lean into that specific trope. But to also call them MC molester? Like, they're not pulling any punches, and weirdly enough, to me, that makes it more distasteful than if they'd just gone down the route of generic anime protagonist who doesn't even get a name. Like, if you think back, we've covered a game similar to this as a visual novel in the early days of the channel, Doki Doki Family, I think it was. Don't ask why that name has stuck in my head. And even then, like, I'm pretty sure they had a pretty generic name. Even some of the other side characters were just like male student A and male student B. Like, you don't need to do this. It's okay, maybe people look at it and think it's just kind of funny, but there are other names you could use that would be humorous without calling them a molester. Yeah, you're right, Sin Phantom. Normally it's left empty for self-inserts. That is your first question? Yeah, why are you showing me your back? No, seriously, why are you talking without looking at my face? Because you don't have a face to look at. And this is my dominant pose to show my majestic presence. Oh, I see. They didn't want to waste money drawing your face, huh? That's why you only have your back to show. Speaking for yourself, Shadow Guy. You underestimated my power. I am the main character and I'm different from you. Watch this. Sky, yeah, good shout, thank you. Cool. Well, that's a face that only a mother could love. Yeah, no, I take that back. Even their mother is like, nah. Oh, wrong baby. You definitely got switched in the hospital. Out on the streets you go. Oh, it's all right. We've only got 22 minutes left of this game. And if we keep going on as many tangents as possible in our discussions, then we will see as little of the game as possible. To help with this, I'm going to make a conscious effort to slow down the rate at which I speak so that a single sentence takes longer than normal, because I want to pause on specific words for emphasis. And this will mean that we'll spend more time discussing the game between myself and you, the audience, who, as we discussed earlier, we know you have many incredible opinions to share on these topics. We absolutely got to commit at this point. Realistically, I want to get far enough into the game to get to the tennis mechanics and comment on them. Because this has advertised itself. It has been advertised to me as a content creator as a tennis game. I want you all to keep that in mind. This has been advertised as a tennis game. So let's see how long it takes to get to the tennis. There we go. Ugly as ever, but at least I still have a face. How could that be? Anyway, back to business. Very fast recovery. What? You are here because despite being an ugly, perverted fat ass, no subtlety there, you used to be our best tennis coach. Used to be? I don't think they're jeans. I think they're track pants, Luca. Also, hey, how you doing? It's one thing to make a game with suggestive themes and stuff, but naming the MC like that just tells me a lot about the devs, even if it's just a joke. It makes me wonder what on earth else they're going to be joking about. Used to? I still am the best coach you can find in this nation. Sensitive content redacted. Huh. Let me clarify again. It was training, okay? Sensitive content redacted. Muscle and tenacity change. Okay, well, they're talking about things that happened in the past that got them fired, for sure. Never mind. I didn't call you here to argue about that. We are in dire need of your talent, and thus I'm giving you one last chance to redeem yourself. This year, our club members are very talented, and we're expecting them to win the National Cup without fail. So keep your libido in check and do a proper job training them to reach their max potential, you hear me? Sure. Why not? As if that thought had never crossed his mind before. What do you mean? I can train people and coach them in a non-sexual way. What are you talking about? That's impossible. You've just opened my mind to a world of possibilities. If we catch you harassing club members again, this time there will be no peaceful resolution, but the law instead. You're telling me not a single woman was able to train the girls? No, there can't be female coaches in this world. What are you on about? Oh, good lord. Don't worry, I won't. And by that, I mean, I won't get caught again. Ah, so only the female characters have voice acting. Got it. I see you, game. I see where your priorities are. Wow. Hey, did you hear? Did you hear? I am not looking in that direction. What? Is it your days of the month or something? Wow. That's the conversation we start with? Yeah, just casual locker room chat talking about periods. Of course not, silly Rachel. Your reactions are so fun. Anyway, what's the big news? Ah, yeah, about that. It seems like we are having a new coach. What? Yeah, they've all got normal names. It's not like Busty McChestface. The protagonist is typically not voiced. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Again, it's meant to be self-insert to at least a certain extent. You're right, Neo. They have passed the Bechdel test. Somehow, there is an argument, a justification for this game having better writing for female characters than many other games or even TV shows or movies. Luca, at least they have some animation. Come on, out of all the characters in this game that were going to have animation, are we really surprised that it's the female characters? Lol, that was also a case in my game. I ordered the female characters dubbed first because it's harder. Oh no. Yeah, I'm loving this dynamic gameplay, honestly. Wow, the first line is just t. Okay, well, let's introduce all the characters so you can pick your favorite. Are they seriously going to replace Coach Anthony? And why are you still so happy knowing that, Daisy? Ugh, I just want to tell everyone the news. Well, now, don't get mad at her, Rachel. This year is very important, so I guess they have to do everything in their power to support us. Well, let's hope this new coach is up to the challenge then. Whatever. New coach, huh? Alright, well, we've already got the predetermined personality tropes. We're gonna have like the cute innocent one, the serious one, the tsundere, and the sporty one. I think that's pretty much it. Mr. Esther was given a last name to one of those. Oh, Saint Phantom, you raise a very good point. Sure, Molester is kind of funny as a name for a character. We commented on the fact that it was a face that only a mother could love. Their parents obviously had the same surname. Their last name was Esther. They chose to name their son Mole. They did that on purpose. They are deserving of a Worst Parents of the Year award. Like, that was completely predetermined. They knew what they were doing. Also, important point I was trying to convey, he's the only person with the last name. I'm surprised they didn't make the headmaster first name Head, last name Master. Like, missed opportunity right there, devs. You need consistency. You're just doing away with all the world building here. Do you think his mom was called Polyester? Logstar, welcome. You were informed that you were looking for me. I was looking for you. Logstar, you won a bingo prize at the start of this month. I've been looking for you because I don't have you on Steam. If you're not over on Discord, please jump in there and send me a DM or send a message in the channel content channel because I need to know what your Steam username is so we can become friends and I can send you your prize. So good to see you again, mate. All right. Nice. Why we say nice to meet you? Are we talking to the girls? Oh yeah. Wow. Oh god, do I have to read this out loud? Wow, they are all so hot. This is going to be heaven. I can't put emotion into that. Oh yeah, everyone's disgusted by him. Fantastic. Yep, everyone is delightfully confused. Everyone, round of applause, please. Why is that stretched? The girls start to clap unenthusiastically. It doesn't take a genius to see that I am not welcome here. Well, to be honest, I'm used to such reactions. This is a world that only cares about appearances anyway. I'll leave the rest to you then, Mr. Esther. Don't forget, we're expecting good results. Thanks for the warm welcome, if I may have a few words. Wait, where's everyone else? The field is now almost empty with only me and two of the girls left, and to make it worse, I don't even know their names. Damn it, at least introduce them to me before running off, you faceless headmaster. Wow. Okay, they do call it out. Nice to meet you, Coach Coach Esther. I am Kate, the current president of the tennis club. Hi, Kate. I see the names have been localized. Finally, someone with manners. Oh boy, we might get some actual gameplay in the last 10 minutes. Sorry about that just now, sir. Everyone was simply too eager to change for practice and they forgot to introduce themselves. Oh, it's okay. I totally understand. It's not like you guys are looking down on me because I'm fat and ugly, right? Oh my, what are you saying? Of course we wouldn't. You guys sure didn't. Don't worry, I'll make you regret that very much. Wow. Foreshadowing. Now, if you'll pardon me, may I join my clubmates in the locker room? By all means, just do what you always do. I will take a look around here to check on our training environment. Thank you, sir. You're so hardworking. And with that, she turns around and goes to the locker room. The silent girl that was standing by the side also goes off after giving me a somewhat apologetic bow. She looks like a high-class girl, but is surprisingly honest, huh? At least way better than that pretentious president chick. Wow, alright, we're already being extremely judgmental. Yay! Oh no. Now, the locker room, right? What better place to check out our training environment? Don't. Okay, so we're gonna spend a bit of time just, you know what? If we start running a long time, I'll skip it. For now, we're all just gonna suffer together, okay? Just take a couple of deep breaths in and out and acknowledge that this is really happening. Oh my gosh, did y'all see his face? Can people really be this ugly? And that is what they want to replace Anthony with? Outrageous. She's actually 3,000, she's a robot. I won't accept him as our coach. And then apparently we're spelling out the word never, N-E-V-E-R. Good job. Nod. See, even Claire agrees with me. Let's just ignore him altogether then. Daisy's not gonna listen to that ugly man. Nod. Nodders. Phew, finally. Everyone, that was extremely cool of you to leave me alone with that thing. That's our president for you. She didn't even consider him human. I thought that loser was with you, wasn't she? And what use would she be? Do tell me, please. Speaking of the devil... Wow, silent angry type. Look at those angry eyes. All of the angry eyes. But Little Bridget, did you manage to become close to the new coach? I think you guys might be a perfect fit. Wow, okay, so they don't even like each other. Shut up. What now? Feeling rebellious today? Did you forget who you are? Okay. You know what? Oh, we can just exit story mode? That's a thing? I was hoping to find some options, but that's not a thing. I was like, maybe I can turn the voices off so there's less clashing sound, but oh well. Rachel's right though, an ugly coach for an untalented player. It's fate! The four girls known as four heavenly queens, Daisy, Rachel, Claire, and Kate, smile mockingly at the remaining girl. I see, so they're treating the other girl as an outcast, huh? Such bad children. Without realizing that I'm eavesdropping on them, the girls keep talking about how they're going to take advantage of me and make me do all the hard labor for them. Naive chicks. You don't know who you're messing with, do you? Redacted. What the hell is wrong with that Daisy chick? I thought that's what people call a short stack? Never thought they actually existed. Wow. Okay, redacted, 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 redacted. Oh, hey, we're playing the Epstein files. Huh. Didn't realize there was this much tennis in them. Okay, we have a challenge, I think. We have to hold down the button to fight. It's been a week, time skip, since I started my job as coach for the tennis club. I dutifully did my work like a proper coach would. Except that those works have nothing to do with training the girls, but manual labors instead. Seems they're determined to not give me any chance to prove myself. Well, not a problem for me. I have gathered enough information about them to start my great... There are times where the word violent just doesn't need to be inserted into a description. And that is absolutely one of them. Wow. The key to my plan will be... Okay. Come on, is that all you can do? Just give up already. A talentless loser who cheats her way into the club has no hope of standing up to us, the true aces of this academy. Not yet. I can still... Bridget, the outcast member of the club. Her father is a board member of this university, and I guess she used his influence to join the tennis club. That would make her the target of bullying for other girls indeed, especially when her skill was not up to par with them. However, unlike what they said, the girl is talented. I have trained many tennis players, and I can tell for sure that she has potential. The only thing she needs is a good coach. Well, that ain't me. Incidentally, I happen to be... No, I don't. But I'm not going to provide my assistance for free. That is correct. Okay, this has become annoying. I don't have the time to play with you, missus. If you really want to be beaten that badly, I'm sure Claire can give you just what you need. How about it, Claire? Nod. This is going to be interesting. Let's keep watching for a little bit more. Is it finally tennis time? Oh my god. Alright, already loving that the feet are sliding in place. That looks... Wow. Okay. Is this camera just going to keep floating around, or is something going to happen? Because, there we go. It hadn't told me to press a button. Movement and hit direction. Move your character around the field with the directional keys or the left analog stick. When you're near the ball, press X to hit the ball. I don't know which X is going to be, but I think it is actually customizing the icons for PlayStation controllers, so good on them. Press and hold left or right on the analog right before hitting the ball. About 0.5 seconds will make the ball fly into the corresponding side, left or right. Hitting without choosing the direction will make the ball fly into the center. Okay. Cool. Tab. Depending on your distance to the ball, when pressing X, your hit will either be a nice shot or a bad shot. Bad shots generally fall into bad locations on the field or even out of it, making you lose points. Hitting the ball when you are as close to it as possible to prevent bad shots. A high technique stat will increase your reaching range and make it easier to hit nice shots. Okay, there are mechanics. In this tutorial match, you are supposed to lose. So what am I learning then? Because evidently I'm not learning how to play well. All right. Look at that. We can...
Service aces.
Wow. Yeah, there was no way I was going to hit that. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Ah, I missed that one. Well, I am definitely supposed to lose. Come on.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? I'm like crazy.
Game point.
Okay.
Service aces.
Not even close. Wow. Okay. Well, mechanically speaking, the tennis is sound. But I would just love to be like, let's just take everything about this game and replace it with Mario characters. Main character, Mario. Principal, Bowser. Nope. That's going to get me demonetized. Yep, marvelous defeat. Actually, how would she win with only basic knowledge about tennis? Anyway, time to make my move. That's Claire for you. She's so brutal. I love that. Why? Did I tell you already? Because you have no talent. Oh, she's going to cry. I wonder about that. What the? You almost gave me a heart attack. Shitty coach. Oh yeah, we've got context for that. Never appear suddenly like that again. I was already here for quite some time though. Oh, really? Sorry if I don't give a damn about you then. Whatever. I make my way to Bridget and whisper into her ears. Why? Why? That's so creepy. Her face is entirely appropriate. Nothing here needs to be whispered. You can't win against them with your current ability. At least try to make a good hit or use some special shots, will ya? Good hit? Special shot? You really don't know anything, eh? Lucky for you, this genius coach will teach you some tricks. Now listen. 5 minutes later, I leave the field and go back to the spectator area. That should be enough advice for now. Let's see if she can make use of it. What now? Did you teach her how to lose like a champ or something? Maybe. Want to test it firsthand? No, I had enough for today, but I think Claire won't mind. She's quite the sadist, I think. Wow, good to know. That's there for plot reasons. Are you nodding because you agreed to a rematch or admitting to the fact that you're a sadist? Not nod. I can't understand young girls these days. Anyway, you up for it? Turn look at Bridget. She's now standing up, but still a bit confused with all the things I taught her. However, in her eyes, there's a glint of understanding. Let the rematch begin! Alright, we do get more tennis. But it seems there's actually 2 MCs in this game. Because you've got Mr. Esther, and then you've got purple-haired tennis girl, whose name I've already forgotten. Because she seems to be a player character for the tennis segments. Alright, charge in perfect timing. Press and hold X to start charging. Release it near the ball when the charge bar is full. Perform a perfect shot. You'll move slower when charging, so use it carefully. Perfect shots are stronger and deadlier compared to nice shots. Try to make as many perfect shots as possible to gain upper hand. Power, red skills can stun your opponent and render them helpless to your next attack. Speed, green skills are simply lightning fast shots that are very difficult to guard against. And trick, blue skills can be missed completely even when your opponent can reach the ball. You can also use offensive skill without tension. You have not explained what either of those 2 things are. Good job. In that case, it will simply become a special shot. Top spin, slice, drop, or lob without any special effects. Make use of your offensive skills even without tension to surprise your opponent in certain situations. Using any offensive skill when your tension bar is full will turn it into an ultimate omega clothes breaker. I didn't know that's where that sentence was going. Destroying your opponent's clothes, and with that, their fancy underwears. That's a typo. Become totally useless, effectively reducing their combat stats. Wow, so you get stats from underwear. In this tutorial, Matt, you are supposed to lose. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Game has not told me what buttons for things. Does the serving bar really need to move that quickly?
Yeah.
Ah, I missed it. Again, I am supposed to lose.
Out.
Oh my god, I got a point.
30.
A bit surprised by Bridget, but Claire still manages to outplay her and easily dominate the match. You know what? Right there is where we're going to leave it. We're not even going to justify... No, not justify. We're not even going to give it the good graces to see more of the story. I don't think I need to summarize my thoughts on this. I think you've heard enough. Time is up. We're moving on. Alt F4. Oh, that feels better. I feel so much better already, don't you? My goodness. It's not often a game makes me that uncomfortable. So would you recommend it? Soundtrack was good. Enough said. Next game. All right, what have we got? Ooh, no Stone Unturned. I have to check. I'm not sure if this one is even out yet. I think I may have a pre-release version. This one I am actually excited for. This looks like it's going to be good. Okay. Mediate, I hope you are at the ready. We are just updating the cards so that everyone's going to be good to go. So scramble and clear for everyone. We're doing a 5x5 this time. Nice and short and sweet. That game is most definitely going to be getting hidden from my library. Can't wait to eventually review that one fully. Okay, no, I do have the full game. It is coming to early access soon, so I've got a preview version of this one. Hell yes. Welcome, No Stone Unturned. Why did the chicken cross the road? Only one squirrel can solve a murder most foul. Join Detective Cox as he encounters quirky characters, challenging puzzles, countless minigames, and a town in disrepair where choices both do and don't matter. You won't want to leave No Stone Unturned. This has no reviews, so that's a free space. It also releases in the future, so release date is most definitely after 2020, and it's both developed and published by Wise Monkey Entertainment, so same developer and publisher. This is their first game. All right. Let's have a look at the trailer, because I think I saw this one and I was quite interested by it. This is the gameplay trailer. It's a minute 29.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I think that should be loud enough for all of you.
Quick, this way! The fox did say as he ushered Kitty out. He's hiding something sinister. Sinister. No doubt.
Nice to meet you, Detective.
Detective?
That's me, Detective Cox.
I beg your pardon?
Don't worry. You can trust
Interesting
me.
differences in the art style.
I'm a doctor.
Hang on. We're losing quality. Thank you, Steam.
I was investigating the death of this chicken when I was somehow knocked out. Chickens don't normally hold vials, do they? I don't know these things.
Do the red give it away? Big and red? Big red!
Big red, big red, big red. I'm just a
Is this a musical?
man. I've got the whole world in my hands. It wasn't me, you must believe. Tough as stones, rich as kings.
Okay, puzzle solving elements. Definitely mystery. A lot of humor. Yeah, got your tongue. First case. Ah, okay. They're kind of doing it like almost episodic. I am slightly confused but interested by the clashing art styles because you've got these lovely pixel art scenes, but then you've also got like a lot of hand-drawn cartoon style characters and animations thrown in. Like, this looks like something straight out of a Saturday morning cartoon. So, yeah, there's some interesting ideas at play here, and I'm interested to see how it all comes together. The monkey reminds you of the monkey NFT. It does a little bit, actually. This team had no budget. Given that I think it sounds like the voice actors may have just been part of the development team, yeah. Maple Treeway, hey Grail, think about the upside of that previous game. That shall not be named being terrible. The worst game played on Steam recently is no longer Ned Kelly. You're right, I can have Australian pride again. I never lost it, to be fair. It was just slightly diminished. Alright, well Sky has actually already wishlisted this one. So it has been wishlisted by a friend. We don't know what the price is because it's not available for purchase. What else have we got? Don't know about controller compatibility. It won't have any achievements yet. It doesn't support additional languages. Who knows about Steam Deck? We do have a website and we do have a YouTube. What have we got in the update history? It has been updated. New location, Dreamland, new minigames, and bug fixes. So the game has been updated. Conflicting visual styles is quite literally a tile that you want to add to the board. Sadly, points are finite. But technically, points are infinite. Technically. It's just the amount that you have at any one time is finite. Do we have any GIFs? We do. We have got a GIF in the description. We have a dancing minigame. I have no idea what's going on here, but at least one of those two characters are on drugs. Confirmed, this is Stardew Valley. You rebuild a bridge, and apparently the poles of the bridge are made out of pencils. This looks incredibly creative. Wow. Does this have the word unique in the description? Somehow, no. Rhythm mechanics is a title. You're right. Yeah, go ahead and mark that off. We've got rhythm mechanics for sure. I don't think I've seen... Oh, do we have... We've got an inventory. That's what this is on the left. We definitely have dialogue box. So we can do inventory and dialogue box. I've not seen health. But... Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got health. Underdog and overdog going at it in a fight. We definitely have health. We definitely will get cutscene for sure. And we have a log in the top right here. That is log/audiobook. Nice. Maple Treeway, I don't even have rhythm mechanics. I just like aggressively keeping track of all the tiles I can remember. I appreciate it because I often forget what tiles we've actually got for things that I should be looking for. I think that's everything we need on here. The trailer, let me just double check the length. Yeah, it was definitely over a minute. The second trailer is even longer at 1:54, so we don't get trailer less than a minute. No luck on that one. But we do get the title for early access. So let me find no Stone Unturned. File size is 2.79 gigs, so sorry, we're going to just have to sit and wait for this to install. I'm not going to put this over to Wordle because it shouldn't need that long. Yeah, we're like 20% done on the installs already. Early access is not a tile, hasn't been for months. This is why I need you here, because I can't remember that.